Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you? Yeah.
Fine.
Um, what happened was I at first I was texting you saying, okay, I'm back, and then I realized I texted someone else by mistake. So then I had to tell them that I texted them by mistake, and right when you called, I was just telling them now I'm on the air. So that's
All
why it
right.
took me a few seconds to um, you know,
I want to
do it.
this is a Freeform Rock podcast exclusive on YouTube. Make sure and subscribe to us because we like money too, and we don't a lot of these videos are not with copyrighted music. So
Yeah.
we'd like to make some money. So we need 1,000 subscribers, people. Lee needs 1,000 subscribers on his page.
I need every person to give me $1. That way I get $1,000.
All right, but there's a question I want to ask you because we don't do a top 10 albums of the year because you don't listen to new music, or if you do, you very rarely, unless I tell you to listen to it, listen to it. If there was an album of the year, what would you have picked?
Give me a moment.
Drink it up. Chaser.
She's gone. I can't chase her. But anyway, the what albums are around now?
You got the new Styx, the new Dynasty Young, the group Sunbomb with Michael Sweet and Tracy Guns. You got the new LA Guns. You also got freaking lots of good albums. The new band Dirty Honey, their debut album. Freaking the Pretty Reckless album, which you did like. We did a review on that one. You enjoyed it.
For now, because I have nothing else. Well, I don't want to take a look right now to see all the different choices. So I'll say the Pretty Reckless just for right now.
All right, that's cool, man. It's a good album. Plus, you open it up, she's nude. I'm not objectifying her. She did that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that picture. But what else is going on, man? What's going on with music that you don't like?
Oh, most everything that everybody mentions. I find that what I don't like is when these people who do super groups get together and then they sound kind of stale. One album that I will say that I'm surprised I liked as much as I did was there was something George Lynch did, but I don't think it was with Michael Sweet. I think it was someone else.
Wasn't it was it Dirty Shirley?
No.
Was it The End Machine with Robert Mason?
It was Lynch and someone.
Well,
Richie Carson.
Well, that wasn't George Lynch. That was the guy from Iron Maiden. Adrian Smith. Adrian Smith.
Oh, all
Smith
right.
Kotzen.
Yeah.
I heard your review on that album. You're pretty honest.
I think I said I liked it, didn't I?
You did. You like 7 out of whatever with most of the album.
Yeah.
And you said even the songs you didn't like were okay.
Yeah. To me, nowadays that counts for being probably a better album than a lot of stuff.
I forgot about Smith and Kotzen. There were so many albums that I had to leave off the 2021 because basically older bands making new albums or some new bands that like Dirty Honey, but I had a good mixture. And and Thunder, the new album. I love it.
If the whole album by Thunder is as good as that one song I heard, then that will be my pick for the best album of the year. But I only heard that one song. But I will say that that's one of my favorite new songs of the year.
Yeah. fucking great. Last one out, turn out the lights, right? Last one out.
Yeah.
That fucking song. The drums on that song are just so amazing. Oh my god. That the guitar player writes everything, dude. It's still the original band. The guitar player just writes
Oh,
everything
wow.
in a band. I was looking it up. The whole album's written by Morley again,
Yeah,
like
that's
Backstreet
cool.
Symphony that we did a review of that's coming up later,
Yeah. Yep.
a couple weeks. But yeah, I think there was a pretty good year to 2021 in music for me.
Yeah.
I got a lot of good reissues, remasters, Pink Floyd. Got some cool shit that I never had. Got Armored Saint box set a couple like last year, just before the year. It's been a great year in music, man. I wish I would have done me and Jerry were around to do top 2020, because then I'd freaking have a lot of fucking bands in 2020. But
Yep.
I think
I'm going.
and I think this is pretty good. Fucking new Yngwie Malmsteen Parabellum.
Huh.
Kind of cool.
He's a good guitarist.
If he just like shredding at like an astronomic anomal, highly sped up. He's like Yngwie. It fucking rules. He sings 2 songs. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I would say that there's some people like there's a podcast or on YouTube where their main thing that pretty much almost everything that they do, I mean, they do occasionally a review of an album, but most of what they do is lists. They'll pick a group and then they'll first do, they'll even if the group has 40 or 50 albums, they'll spend a whole month listening to all of the albums and then reviewing what they think are the best albums and on from worst to best. And the way they do it, I can't say I agree with most of what they say. I don't agree with, but once in a while they do it great. But the format's good. And I'm thinking that's something that maybe we could do sometime is we don't have to necessarily go through like a review of what we think of each song, but just like, this is my favorite, or like, this is the album that I like the least of this group, and then go up and then just have a list of that. And then what they do later is they have a top 10 songs from that group. They follow it up with top 10 songs. We could try that.
We could do that on a
something.
video. Do that on a video.
Yeah.
Or we could do it on a podcast too. I change it up on reviews. I try to get different things in there, like your people gave you requests. That was cool.
It ended up being okay because I liked some of the songs, but ordinarily I would say, please don't do that. Don't give me lists of stuff, because none of you know about music the way I know about it. And you're just going to pick dumb things, even though nobody did. But I generally am afraid that they're going to get really dumb and pick stuff that I already know and that everybody knows, and that I'm tired of hearing.
Well, people usually pick songs that they like, hoping that you haven't really heard them. That's what I get a sense from. They don't seem to pick like the Warrant Cherry Pies or a Bon Jovi song that they know that you hate. That's merciful. That list they gave us was pretty thought out. I don't think it was just a fuck with you list.
Yeah, it wasn't, and that was good. But I don't trust them in the future. They might start giving me all sorts of shit, like a Rat song that's just like Back for More, but they won't even pick the good version. They'll pick the one from Out of the Cellar. They won't pick the one from the EP, or they might pick Judas Priest, but the song that they'll pick is, well, with Judas Priest I'd be cool with it, but if the song is some like United, then what I mean is like or
how about
with
Out
Kiss
in the Cold?
Unmasked. Out in the Cold. I don't know that song.
That's off of Turbo.
Oh, I think I remember I kind of didn't hate that album as much as I
I
should
love
have.
that album, man. So
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
oh,
I kind of, I, I mean, it makes me want to flex my arms and go aerobicize, but I don't do that. But I mean,
well, if Jane Fonda is with you at that age, yeah, go aerobicize, man.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, I was gonna say, but like Unmasked, if they picked the song like um Talk to Me, I like that one, or I like the song Two Sides of the Coin. But if they pick Shandy, or if they pick You're All That I Want, you know what I mean? I mean, when people pick stuff, I want, if they're picking Journey, I want them to pick Midnight Dreamer, or I want them to pick People. I don't want them to pick Open Arms, and I don't want them to pick Don't Stop Believing. You know what I mean?
How about Mother, Father, or Rubicon?
I'm going to say Rubicon because I don't know that song, and it's and Mother Father just sounds like just barely better than the worst song off of The Elder.
Dude, but Mother, Father, that riff that Neil was doing on that.
But the song is just kind of
Mother, Father.
I like Tai Shan by Rush better than that.
Ooh, you're giving me it. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth right now. Dude, Mother, Father, dude, has the riffs. Don't listen to the lyrics are cool, but the vocalization that Steve Perry is doing on that song is just fucking amazing.
I'm just saying the music behind it is boring.
I love the music. I like how it starts off light and gets in the shade, and the chorus comes in, and they're all harmonizing.
But it doesn't get good. It just stays bland.
Whatever. I know. I like all the Journey albums you said. So, fuck me. I love Greg Raleigh. Greg Raleigh rules.
Yeah, he's better.
Yeah, he is better than Jonathan. Fuck me, Chained. You know.
Yeah.
I like Jonathan Chain though. I love him in the Babies. I like him in the Babies better.
I do like the song. I do like the album Street Talk. So that's something that I'm embarrassed about, but I will admit I do like Steve Perry in that album.
Isn't Strung Out so good? I love that song Strung Out.
It's probably good. I don't know the names.
I love Oh Sherry because dude, he starts off with that voice in the beginning.
It's cool.
Music. I should have been gone. It's like,
yeah,
dude, that's like a voice. It's like you hear it, you go, that's fucking Steve Perry. You don't say that with many singers. Some singers just sound so fucking vanilla and nothing. But when you hear a Steve Perry song, you know that's fucking Steve Perry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's same thing with Lou Gramm. You know, that's Lou Gramm.
Yeah,
it's like you have these Dio, you know Ozzy, you know, all these signature singers. You gotta give Steve Perry more credit than you do.
Oh,
he's original. Nobody sounds like him, man. Nobody. Groups copied him for the power ballads in the 80s.
And that's what's wrong with it.
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't think we would have had freaking Every Rose Had Its Thorn without fucking Who's Crying Now or fucking Faithfully.
I think I'm going to make a character named Mitch Roseman, and I'm going to have like red hair that looks like roses, and I'm going to say, "Heidi, mate, here's my new song from our group, The Pick Flowers. Oh, I was born under your arms, and I love you so much, and I think you have charms. Oh, baby."
Steve Perry's lyrics are so much better, man.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about I'm going to make my own character, so then people are going to think that I'm a great person. Oh, I shot for you yesterday when your bag and mine went their way. Ooh, we smell so nice. That's why I call you Mrs. Spice. You
Oh, yeah.
know?
But about, you know what has a lot of memories for me for Open Arms? I used to go to after school counseling. They pick me up from junior high, take me, and I go to like group therapy and this and that, this and that. And one of the van drivers, his name, he's a black man named Steve Perry. And I was like, Steve Perry. And he said, Mark, you have any music? Because I'd always bring music and I have my little boombox thing. What do you have, Mark? So I got Journey, freaking the album, Journey fucking Escape. I have a Journey Escape. And then we got the song Open Arms on the tape. He played it in the van for everybody. He'd play everybody's music. He took the tape out when Open Arms came out and started bawling. And I go, man, what's wrong? And dude, I was like in junior high and I felt his emotions. That was the song me and my wife got married to, and she has now passed. And I just can't listen to that song anymore. It just makes me cry. And ever since then, man, that song has a good meaning to me because I saw somebody's emotions from a song. I think that was the first time ever I saw somebody emote from listening to a song that had emotions from it.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way because I mean it in fun, but when I hear it, I either cry and say, please shut it off, or I say, I'm not going to waste my tears on this.
It's a beautifully written song, man. And it gave one of the guys I respected, because he'd play anything. I give him Duran Duran, Aha, freaking Ozzy, Van Halen. He'd play anything I brought, and he'd give me his critique on it, like we do on the podcast.
I'm just saying
Steve
that
Perry, and I was like, dude, your name is Steve Perry. That's so fucking cool.
I just don't like it. I mean,
I know it's fine, but
when I hear it, it just sounds to me like it's just it's just, I'm like, why did they have to write it? That's the way I feel.
But it makes you cry. You said it makes you cry, though.
No, I was kidding about that. I was saying like it makes me cry. Please shut it off. That's what I meant. But then I said, no, I won't waste my tears. No. But I'll talk about the other song, because that probably doesn't have the same kind of memories for you. There was this place that had like different. They would play like different heavy metal, or they would play rap, or they would play just stuff that. But the heavy metal that they played wasn't good, and the rap that they played was just like, I don't even know what it was. But they played Journey's "Don't Stop Believing," and when it went on, I went, why are they playing this? And then the whole crowd was singing around to it, and I covered my ears and I went, please stop, because here were people who were younger than you, and this wasn't their music, and I'm thinking, is this the only song from our time period that they'll hear? That's pretty low.
Hey, I agree with you on that, but it's also cool that they were singing that song, and maybe 5 of those people would go out and look at Journey's back catalog. Like we did when we saw a group we liked, and go, I wonder what their older stuff sounded like. If that brings the newer generation into good music, maybe they don't stop at Journey. They go back to other bands that you like, Lee, like Fairport Convention, or stuff like that. Maybe they start expanding their minds because of that one song that they felt connected to.
But maybe they only pick the bad crap from those groups.
And there's that other side of the people that you are right about also, that don't even.
That's all of them.
No, I think I said 5 out of 20. There's
5 out of 20 actually buy the album and only listen to the crap.
No, 5 out of the 20 will actually start saying, hey, I like this rock music. This hip hop I've been listening to really sucked. Well, let me go listen to some Black Sabbath now that I heard Journey, because everybody talks about Black Sabbath. Why don't I go check some Black Sabbath out? Why don't I go check some fucking Bullet Boys out? Why don't I check Motorhead
Um,
out? Why don't I check AC/DC out? Because Journey was their fucking like drug into rock music, and they expanded. Like my drug into rock music was Foreigner, and that splintered me all over to the Beatles, to everything, to Rush, because of that one rock album, Double Vision. It has splintered me to say, I want more of this. Who else is doing this? Let me check this out. Let me
but
check
that
that out.
was but that was an okay album. Let's say instead it was Neil Diamond. I'm sure you wouldn't have
I love Neil
branched
Diamond.
out,
I love
but you
Neil,
wouldn't have branched out.
probably because Neil Diamond isn't really rock. He's just pop. But the thing is, Foreigner led me back to Neil Diamond, led me to Billy Joel, led me to singer-songwriters that I like, led me to metal, led me to new wave, Duran Duran, Psychedelic Furs, The Cure, Depeche Mode, just because of
Okay.
fucking Foreigner. Like
I,
Kiss led everybody else to Megadeth and Metallica, and Foreigner led me to Metallica and Megadeth also.
well, there are these people who do reaction videos, and these are people. There's like some of them who all they do are the typical songs that everybody knows, but they claim this is our first time ever hearing this group,
Yeah.
and it makes me think, wow, they're really in a box. But and then there's others who they also say first time hearing this group, but every single song that they react to, they go, oh wow, I can't believe it, and they never ever give a criticism about something bad. They don't ever say they dislike something. It's like they know people want to hear them say they like it. So it's like it would be like if you're reviewing an album with someone and they only said they liked every single thing. And then afterwards you asked them, did he even hear the album? And they went, no, because I knew I would like it.
I hate that. I always have to listen to every album you give me, Lee. I listen to it from front to back, maybe once or twice. If I like it, maybe 3 times. But
Yeah.
I always listen to what you give me. You send me videos, I listen to it. You know.
All right, on.
But the thing is, I'm just saying, Kiss was people's crack into harder music. Foreigner was my crack into harder music. So if somebody gets into Don't Stop Believing, even if you don't like that song, it may lead them to bands that you like, which is awesome.
Yeah. But they don't even look for those bands
You
because they're
don't
hard
know
to
that.
get.
You might be a minority of those people, but even 5, and then those 5 turn on another 5, and so on and so on and so on. Like sound like a commercial there.
So what they do is they turn people onto 200 albums, and then 5 of those albums are the ones that I like.
Well, that's better than nothing, right?
Yes.
Dude, your ratio with me is like 5 out of 6 albums you give me, I like. So that's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah. And sometimes 1/2 of those albums I give you on purpose because I'm in a pissy mood.
I know. I've never done that to you, man. I could have gave you some more Bon Jovi's albums, but you probably would like them. So that'd make you
shut up.
That would take away your street cred on Bon Jovi. But I think Dr. Fuck has already rubbed that to hell about you liking Bon Jovi. So, he does it more than I do.
Well, but I mean, I'm the one who, well, I would turn people on to music when I was really young. I turned my birth mom onto the Rolling Stones. She hadn't even heard of them. I was 2 years old.
Dude, because you're fucking a savant, man. You're a musical savant. You need to be heard.
No, I just have tons of music.
Yeah, man. You got the music in you.
If
music in
if you grew up next to a farm that grew nothing but vegetables and you knew vegetables, that doesn't mean that you're a savant. It just means that you were lucky enough to grow up in that area, whereas someone else who just grew up in a high-rise condo and the only thing they ate was frozen dinners and Slim Jims, they'll think, wow, you're an expert on vegetables. And then you say, well, what do you know about vegetables? He goes, well, I know that vegetables is a word that starts with V, and I know that if something is green, it could either be a lamplight or an avocado. I'm not sure which one. Well, at least you're starting out, Sonny. Just try not to bite into that lamplight. But the thing is, it just means that you were growing up near that, and it's something that you know. But if you were to see someone who only ate frozen dinners and Slim Jims, you might think, what's wrong? You know, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, there are people out there who just, they don't have access to stuff. When I was younger, I looked for stuff too.
Yeah, I couldn't. I just did what was my mom got an Aerosmith. I got into stuff by
Yeah.
my own. I like the song Double Vision, so my mom bought me the cassette Double Vision, and I just like Lonely People. I liked mostly the deep tracks on there. You know, Double Vision was great, and so was Hot Blooded, but those deep tracks on there with Mick Jones singing and shit and fucking Lou Graham, it just fucking ruled, and it just expanded my music horizons. I went to Depeche Mode, I went to Duran Duran, I went to The Cure, I went to X, the band X. I don't know if you heard of the band X.
Yeah, I had their first album.
Ramones and Suicidal Tendencies, and the Suicidal Tendencies got me into Metallica, and then Metallica into Megadeth. I go, oh, and then I started getting a harder music until I heard death metal, and I said, I'm sticking to thrash. And that was it. You know, I like Accept and Motorhead and Overkill, Metallica, Megadeth, and I like some Exodus. I like some freaking Flotsam and Jetsam, but
yeah,
I like a variety of music. If I just keep listening to White Lion all week, I'm gonna be bored. I need some AC/DC in there, man. I need some.
Well, White Lion is kind of hard to get, and I used to listen to them a lot.
I love White Lion. We need to review the first album, man. But that's
Born to Survive.
Yeah. Oh well, not that one. I want to review their fourth album, Made Attraction. That's my favorite one by them.
Okay, that might not be one that I've heard, but I'll listen to it because
next week's my pick. I'll pick White Lion Made Attraction.
Okay.
Yeah,
that might be the only one that I hadn't heard. So that's cool.
See, Eric RMCP Jordan, there's the proof that we don't plan out our podcasts plan out us. Because I didn't even have that written down or what I wanted to give Lee. And then Lee, he gives me out the moment, he picks a bunch of albums, sometimes gives me a choice, sometimes doesn't. We don't sit there and plan months ahead. We record like 3 weeks ahead, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And
there are some times in which I pick an album and then later I say, no, I want to do this instead. And then later I say, no, I want to do this. And finally you have to kind of be like, oh, wait. You have to pick something. And I go, I do. Wow, what do I pick? And then I have to go through the list again. And I finally just say, okay, I'll pick this. And then an hour later I say, no, I'll pick that. And you go, wait. And then I go, okay.
I know. I picked some albums, and then 2 days later I said, no, I want to do this. You know, it's like sometimes I'm shuffling my iPhone in my car, and a group comes on. I go, fuck, I've been wanting to do this album for a while. I should do this album. And the next day something comes on, and I go, wait, I want to do that album more. It's like we don't.
And then when I finally do the album that I pick, it's one that just all of a sudden I'm saying, screw it, I don't care whether it's good or not, I'm picking it.
And it's like I told Eric, I said, the only thing we plan is maybe a week or two ahead or a month ahead. or I say, hey, can you come on next week? And you guys say, no, I could come on in 2 weeks. We plan albums that we have guests on. But when we both pick an album together, it's like whatever tickles our fancy that week, we pick.
Yeah.
It's not got, we don't think, we just do, we let the music take us over and decide we want to do this.
It's like the Lou Reed album that I picked. I picked it because there was a really good looking lady I saw walking down the street, and I liked how she looked in her Lou Reed t-shirt. So I said, okay, we're picking Lou Reed.
Yeah, so my iPhone picks music that I want to hear, because when we did certain albums, I go, oh fuck, I love this. And I started hearing that album. I go, we should review this album. It's like, yeah. I'm like, Lee gets the same way. He gets inspiration to do, but it's not like we go, okay, and we have our podcast planned out for the year. It's week to week. We don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I figured out what we're gonna do right now for next Friday. We're gonna do fucking Main Attraction, because I love that album.
All right.
And it's different from White Lion, because everybody had picked the album with Radar Love on it. Let's pick an album that I thought they left me wanting more, spoiler alert. But let's wait till next week and talk about this shit, Lee, and I need you to say goodbye, brother.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
And Happy New Year, man.